Good morning, my beloved. It is 7:30 again, Monday, 7:30 Central Time. Thank you for watching. I'm going to continue what I've started, just giving thanks to people who have had impact in my life. Some family, some friends, some just encouragers, some people who I work with, pastors that I know, just individuals who have um, helped me in my life and encouraged me in times past. And they're in no particular order, not from the one who's had the most impact to one who's had the least. It's not like that at all. It's just people that come to mind as I pray and just think about my life and just how wonderful it has been to have these people speak into my life and encourage me at different times. I'd like to start off this morning by thanking my mom. My dad is still alive, but my mom is not. My mom died of leukemia a long time ago. And my mom, like my dad, was multi talented. She could sew, she could crochet, she could knit. We still have things that she made that are absolutely incredible. She could cook like nobody's business. She played the guitar, she sang. There wasn't too many things she couldn't do. But one of the things I love about my mom, like most moms, is she was very sensitive to things that were going on in my heart. And even though she couldn't really help me be a man, she helped me walk through some really hard times when I needed just some input. And she was willing to listen to me. She was, uh, how can I say this? She could be difficult. She was angry sometimes, and I remember cussing one time, and man, she wore me out. I deserved it, but man, she just knew what I needed at the time, and I'm so grateful for my mom. She definitely was a positive influence in my life, and I'm grateful for her compassion for people, because as I became a pastor and a leader, loving people and having compassion for people is something that she showed me how to do really, really well. I have another friend. He is friends with the man I mentioned last week, Ronnie and Becky Morrison. His friend and my friend, Gary Manker. Gary it was a mechanic, probably still is. He and I, well, let me just say this. I spent a little time. He spent probably thousands of hours working on our vehicles, Ginger's van in particular, and it was just he was such a joy to be around and to hang around, and he loved us, and I'm sure he got tired of seeing us show up at his business with our vehicles because they were almost all run down, broke down, in need of help and repair and restoration. And he just was willing to get in there and do what needed to be done. He also, loved me enough to give me a gift that I'm still using to this day, and I don't want to mention what it is. He knows what it is, but I still enjoy it, and I'm grateful for it. He loved fishing, and he was willing to help me with that endeavor and show me some things. And so I want to thank him and his wife. They were definitely blessings in our life and still are. I still have lunch with him every now and again. He's gone one way and I've gone another. We're both really, really busy, but a tremendous man and really, really great guy. I want to thank Cody Holly. Cody is one of those guys that is just, he's too smart for his own good. He is a really, really sharp kid, very respectful. I've just enjoyed my friendship with him, but he's also like an IT genius. If he doesn't know something, he'll look it up and in 10 minutes he'll be able to fix it. Cody has helped me get my books on Amazon and Kindle and gone through the painstaking efforts of getting it sized right and all the stuff that they want that makes no sense to me whatsoever. Literally, they turned down one of my books one time because we were a pencil length too wide and they wouldn't accept it. And Cody had to come in and reduce that thing by literally one pencil length. He is also helping me today learn how to use AI and with the books and how to work that system, all that kind of stuff. Cody's just been an incredible blessing because his intelligence and willingness to dive in, and if he doesn't know, his willingness to learn. Even now, he's looking up some things to help me with my next adventure and my next thing. And I just really appreciate what that man brings to the table and just his willingness to serve and help me and my family and probably everyone else. If I know Cody, he's probably the same way with everybody he is connected to. Then there's Pastor Dwayne Sheriff. Now, Dwayne took me in right after Ron Moore when I moved. Dwayne was the man that I ended up working with. And Dwayne saw in me and believed in me things that I didn't even believe in myself in a time when I knew I was called to the ministry but had no idea what that looked like. Pastor Dwayne was willing to see that gift in me, call that gift out, work on the rough edges. And, a lot of people, they really love what they see in me now. But Dwayne didn't get that. Dwayne got the guy straight out of craziness. And I still had so many issues. But he saw in me a genuine calling and was willing to work with me and help me, even correct me in areas that I didn't even know needed correcting. Pastor Dwayne has been such a mentor in my life and a pastor that has loved me. And I just want to give a shout out. That man is changing so many lives, and now he's all around the world. And I am grateful for his friendship. I call him friend, and I'm grateful to get to do so. And then, lastly, but not least, for sure, is a man named Josh Worthy. Josh is an individual who I've built a relationship with, and he is a natural developer. And part of that developing, what gifts him in developing, he's an encourager. And Josh has encouraged me with his willingness to just be used by God. He's just an incredible individual. He's one of those people that you can't help but like. If you don't like Josh, something's wrong with you. You probably need to get saved or something. Josh is just such a great guy to be around. He's a man of integrity. He's a family man. He has a great business. He's just an entrepreneur, but he's also a very, very good encourager. There are other individuals that I would just like to give a shout out to who are also natural encouragers. One of those is my friend Rick Eggenberg. Rick used to travel with me when I was traveling all over to the different locations, and he would sing. When we did specials, we used to do those a lot. He would sing, and then I would preach. And I used to tell people, Charlie Brown had his friend Linus, and Linus had his blanket. Well, I didn't have a blanket, but I had a brother Rick, and that man would do just about anything for me to this day, and I'm grateful for his friendship and just for who he is and his ability to just encourage. I love you, my friend. Thank you all who've encouraged me, who've been there for me. I'll hope I get to mention you in the days and the Mondays to come. I am really enjoying this. It's doing my heart so good to just remember people who have helped me and been an encouragement. People who didn't even know probably what their hug or their voice of encouragement meant in that time, but it was so needed at that time, and God used them to help me. Some of the people I will mention aren't even alive today. One of those would be Coach Jim Bryden. Coach Jim, he was a history teacher, but he's also my gymnastic coach, and I loved Coach. He just he loved me when I was 15 and 16 and in desperate need of some male influence. And for him to take any kind of time to spend with me at that age, I had to be a real burden to him. But he lived just a little ways away from me, and I used to run to his house, and we would work out together and run together. And he just loved me. He just was willing to spend time with me. And like I say, as a 15 and 16-year-old, to have a male, and if you knew Coach Bryden, that guy had arms that were, they were like solid steel, like grabbing a log. He had this great big muscle, and just was an incredibly physically fit individual. But more than that, his willingness to just love me at that time was such a life-changing moment for me and moments. and I'm grateful. One of the things to this day I still am stunned he could do, long before all the coffee shops were known. We used to take coffee and it came in cans. It was granulated, and you would take that and put it in boiling hot water and stir it up and drink your coffee. And he used to take 2 or 3 heaping teaspoons of granulated coffee and just stick it in his mouth, drink a little bit of water. He would say it would mix up when we ran. I just can't imagine the jolt that was to his body. But I, to this day, remember those little things. And just, he had a great laugh, a great sense of humor. And he didn't take no guff from nobody. He knew how to stand up for himself. But he was definitely willing to take a young man and just mold him a little bit. And I'm so, so grateful. I hope I get to mention you before I close my eyes for the last time. I will do this until I feel the Lord leads me another direction. But if I don't get to mention your name personally, I am thankful for everyone who has ever taken the time to say hi to me, to give me a hug, to tell me they enjoyed the book or the podcast, or whatever it is that they saw that I was a part of, or just seeing me in Walmart and saying hi. We do not know, you do not know how many times those little acts of kindness were so, so needed in dark times in people's lives. Be an encourager today. Tell somebody today thank you for the input they've had in your life. And I'm sure they will be grateful and the Lord will be thankful that you were an encourager. I want to say hi to a few folks. Jason, bless you, my friend. Jimmy Jeter, I love you, my friend. David, Jack, and Gary, again, good morning, y'all. And I know Karen is watching later. I listen to her and see her all the time. You guys are so awesome, and I'm so grateful. Love y'all. Look forward to seeing you next week.